Millz Young here from Pick Dawgz, and it's a wonderful Tuesday, October 23rd. And what are we doing? We're shopping. We're shopping for player props. That's what we do here at Pick Dawgz. We're going to be looking at all the games that's going on today and see how we can put some money in your pocket and profit. All right, man. We're going to be talking about the two NBA games that's kicking off the NBA season today. We're going to be talking about the last MLB game of the Game 7 series. And we're going to be talking about some hockey props. But before we do that, gosh, the Texas Rangers, man. Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? A lot of people, man. I guess, right? I guess they got that one right. Not me. I was on the other side, man. I thought Christian Javier was going to be able to pull it down, but he wasn't, man. And hey, who would have thought? The Minnesota Vikings pulled off that upset on them 49ers. 49ers looking a little bit un-Super Bowl-ish. Everybody was just crowning them the title and everything. But, what can you say, man? Kirk Cousins showed up in primetime. Man, let's talk about it real quick. Yesterday, man, we cleared out the shopping list. Literally, we cashed on IU. We cashed on Hawkinson. We cashed on Addison. We cashed on CMC. We cashed on Alvarez. We cashed on Marsh. We cashed on Altuve. The only thing we didn't cash on was Turner, Swerver, and Nola. Hint, we didn't cash on none of the Philly players. So what are we doing today? We're going to be going over all the best player props. Starting off with the first game of the day. We're going to be talking about the NBA game. Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Denver Nuggets. Who you like? I like Anthony Davis, over 23.5 points, man. His game versus the Milwaukee Bucks, he played 19 minutes and had 16 points. LeBron James is going to feature him early on in the year and the season to get him going, to take all the steam off of him. Take Anthony Davis over 23.5 points in a game that they've been circling on. I think he's really going to try to make his efforts known out there. That's player prop number one. Player prop number two, same game, different team. Give me Jokic, man. Over 26.5 points. I get it, man. It's game one. And you know what happens in game one? The players who's supposed to play show up. We're talking about Nikola Jokic, a guy who doesn't really care about NBA, doesn't love it like the average person. So when everybody's clamoring about the rings, he's just like, bro, get off the court and give me the ball. Take Nikola Jokic over 26.5 points. That's player prop number two. Player prop number three. Same game, same team, same player. Give me Nikola Jokic over 12.5 rebounds. This is the thing. It's at 12.5 now. If it's at 12.5 now, listen to me. It's going to be at 13.5 in the next 4 days, man. This is just one of those things. He goes out there and the ball just finds his hands. So take Nikola Jokic over 12.5 rebounds. That's player prop number three. Player prop number four. Give me Michael Porter Jr. What are you taking him on? I'm taking him on his rebounds, man. Over 5.5 rebounds. If you guys know anything, he was averaging 7 last season. This is one of the player props that I was running with last year and that we were just making money on back to back to back. He would get 3 rebounds real quick early in the first quarter. We're taking Michael Porter Jr. over 5.5 rebounds. He's a tall position player like a Jason Tatum, where also he's always around the rim. That's player prop number four. Player prop number five. Phoenix Suns taking on the Golden State Warriors. Gonna be a real good game. Who you like in this one? Who you like? Let me know. Who? Him? I don't know. I like Kevin Durant. Of course you do. But what? Over 7.5 rebounds. What are you doing with all this rebound stuff? Man, if you guys know me, you guys know, man, I stick to rebounds, I stick to receptions, and I stick to what I'm good at. Kevin Durant is great at grabbing rebounds. He's one of the tall players out there. Ever since he's been with Golden State Warriors, that's when he's been grabbing boards. Since then, now he just grabs them. And, man, when it comes down to it, it's one of those things, too. The Slim Reaper is always around the rim. Look for him to take the ball off the rim, take it down all the way to court, pass, or shoot the ball. So take Kevin Durant over 7.5 rebounds, taking on the Golden State Warriors and his former rival team. I guess it's a revenge spot. That's what they say, right? All right, next player prop to get you on top. I'm going to be looking at the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, over 4.5 threes. Yep, when it comes down to it, he's playing at home. And you know how that court and that crowd gets him going, man. And when you got another team on another court who got three-point shooters who could drain them up too, a few of them, Bradley Beal's not a lethal three-point shooter. Neither is Devin Booker at all. But Kevin Durant, he's going to be throwing up some on you, you know? So when you got 3 players out there, look for Steph Curry to go over 4.5 threes. That's player prop number 6. That's it with NBA. Let's head on over to the baseball diamond. What we looking at? Philadelphia Phillies. I'm taking Brandon Marsh just to get a hit, man. Hitting at 100% clip. 7 out of his last 7 games, he hit this prop for. His last game out, he gave us a home run. Sprinkle on the home run. Next player prop in baseball, I'm going to be looking at Ketel Marte. Over 1.5 total bases. You guys know the story with him, man. He's been writing it out there, man. He's the reason why the Arizona Diamondbacks are facing the Game 7. And, you know, sometimes it takes, you know, deeper on in the series for certain players to show up, and Ketel Marte definitely did that. Marte. Let's go. Next, I'm going to be looking at Brandon Prefat. Over 4.5 Ks, hitting at a 60% clip. 60% clip means 3 out of his last 5 games. If you played this prop, he put money in your pocket. He's been one of the guys that's just been striking up out the sides. And when it comes down to it, I get it. It's all hands on deck. But, I mean, who you going to throw out, man? Zach Gallen got rocked. Yeah, Merrick Kelly was solid, but he just pitched. So, hey, man, take Brandon Prefat over 4.5 Ks. Now, look, man, we did all the shopping on the main course. Let's head on over to the ice. And who we shopping for today, man? I'm going to be looking at the Las Vegas Knights. And who we shopping for? Jack Eichel. Over 3.5 shots on goal. Hitting at an 80% clip. 80% clip? You already know. 4 out of his last 5 times he was able to do this, man. 31 shots on goal on the year so far, man. Philadelphia Flyers, man. They allow 27.6 shots against per goal at a game. And the Vegas Knights are taking about 30 shots on goal per game. So I'm taking Jack Eichel over 3.5 shots on goal. Now, look, if you guys want to see what I'm betting on, my best bets, head on over to the site. We got it all up there for you. Can't go wrong. We got NBA, MLB, NFL, college football, and UFC. All right, it's time for the recap time. We're taking Anthony Davis over 23.5 points. Nikola Jokic over 26.5 points. Jokic over rebounds, 12.5. Michael Porter Jr. over 5.5 rebounds. Kevin Durant over 7.5 rebounds. Steph Curry over 4.5 threes. MLB, Brandon Marsh just to get a hit. Ketel Marte over 1.5 total bases. Brandon Prefat over 4.5 Ks. Jack Eichel over 3.5 shots on goal. Millz Young here, part of Pick Dawgz. Smash that like button, man. I'm going to give you guys a song to listen to, man. Listen to Nas, If I Rule the World. All right, there you go, man. Let me know your guys' music suggestions, too. Let's go.